Who one-on-one soft ass motherfucker? We back. How to deal with disrespect and how to deal with power hungry motherfuckers in the workplace. Tips and tricks on what not to do. I got you. Tip number one: do not hit them with a two-piece. No two-piece with a side and a drink. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit them with that shit. Don't hit them with them up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hem you up even more. You know what I'm saying? In a professional environment, you want to use your words. You want to use the resources to like an open door policy to where you can tell what's going on with the situation before it escalates. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. But no two-piece with a side and a drink. You know, you don't need to be putting your hands on nobody. If the conversation between you and the individual starts to get heated, take a break. You know what I'm saying? Re-engage that conversation later. If emotions are high and you feel like you're on the verge of knocking a motherfucker out or punching a motherfucker teeth, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to lead to violence right away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that violence is not a good problem solver, but in a professional environment, try to minimize as much violence as possible. You know what I'm saying? So if it starts to get heated with you and the individual, take a break, come back to the conversation, and then when both parties have simmered down, then you come back and you handle business. Have a third party there. If you feel like you and this motherfucker can't really talk to each other, have somebody there to, like, you know what I'm saying, orchestrate this conversation, you know, so y'all won't be talking over each other, so y'all can hear both sides of the situation. You won't, you know what I'm saying, like y'all won't be in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, like getting ready to go to blows, you know what I'm saying, like a motherfucker say some crazy shit, you know, the third party be like, hey man, calm down, you know what I'm saying, that was not necessary, you know what I'm saying, just keep the peace between the two motherfuckers that's having the issue. It should never come to a point where I gotta come to blows. But as a man, I understand that sometimes the only way a motherfucker can really hear you is if you punch him in the face. So I feel like if two parties agree, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I really ain't trying to hear shit you got to say unless you trying to really throw them. You know, get you some 16-ounce gloves, you know, the proper equipment, headgear, mouthpiece. Go at it for like maybe 3 minutes or two. You get tired, and after that, shit seems to start to work a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can hear each other a little more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the first option, but I know as men, like sometimes we just, you know, sometimes we just need to see what a motherfucker hitting for. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you don't talk all that shit. I need to see something before I can respect you. You know, type shit like that. But there's always ways you can handle shit. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you understand that a lot of the shit that you deem important, like your pride, like, and you know, your ego is, you know, it gets in the way of a lot of situations that you can just talk about. So, you know, get with that other adult and squash it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not worth, you know, thinking about all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hood one-on-one, y'all be easy.